Well, it's actually good morning. Happy Easter to you. It's Easter Sunday. We've had an Easter egg hunt. I've got my carrots on. Let's flip it round because the squirt is fully bedecked as a rabbit. We've had one Easter egg hunt. I think we're going to have another one later with the neighbours that way. Look at the extra special thing that you won as the end of your Easter egg hunt. So you've got your own Nutella jar now with squirt on it, and Tinker's got Tinker on hers. We looked through what books we had for reading picture books today, and we're looking specifically for kind of Easter ones. Couldn't really, well, the only thing I think we could find was a Peppa Pig one, and I refuse wholeheartedly to read the quality of it. Much as I love Peppa and all the family, I'm not reading an Easter Peppa story. So Molly has chosen 3 excellent books today. We are going to be reading Up and Down, which is sort of the follow-up to Lost and Found, which we read last week. So if you've enjoyed Lost and Found, you're going to have the follow-up to that. We have got something described as internet sensation, which obviously we're an internet sensation, but this was perhaps the first internet sensation, The Wonky Donkey. So we're having that, and one that's I think quite hard for Daddy to read, so that might be quite a test, but it has got our name in it. Quick Quack Quentin, the same people that wrote the whole Oi Frog series.
Yeah, Oi Frog and Oi Dog and Oi Cat.
Who have we met of these people? We've met Kes Gray and Jim Field. In fact, we've got some pictures drawn by them. Not read The Wonky Donkey person, and I've met Oliver Jeffers, so we've met 2 of the 3 authors today. So which order is it? Lost and Found first?
Yeah, up and down.
Up and down, yeah, sorry, you're right, up and down. Right, okay, over to you. So, not Lost and Found, I'm going to struggle with this today. Up and Down, not Lost and Found, but the follow-up to Lost and Found. Right. Up and Down, there's the penguin with his balloon. So if you remember last time, in Lost and Found, the penguin came and visited him, and then he took him back to the North Pole, or South Pole, was it? South Pole. Yeah, South Pole. The penguins live at the South Pole. Father Christmas lives at the North. They met up again, and now I think they're living together. So here they are, off to the zoo. Once there were 2 friends. Shall I lift it up like that? Yeah. Is that easier? Once there were 2 friends, and they always did everything together, until one day the penguin decided there was something important he wanted to do all by himself. Fly! Of course, penguins can't fly, can they? They've got wings, but they use those for swimming, I think. He did own wings after all, even if they didn't work very well, although that didn't stop the penguin from trying. And trying, but nothing worked, and it wasn't long before he ran out of ideas. The boy even offered him a go in his plane, but the engine hadn't recovered from its last flight. That's from a different story. We'll perhaps have that story next week. And besides, it wasn't the same. The penguin wanted to do this by himself. After doing a bit of homework, it seemed as though the odds were against him. So together, the boy and the penguin decided it was time to ask for help. When something caught the penguin's eye and he knew this was his chance. So what does it say? Ever dreamt of flying? Are you short and fat? The travelling show is looking for a new living cannonball. In his excitement, he rushed off without a word. The boy didn't know where he'd gone. The boy looked everywhere, and even thought he'd found his friend for a second, although none of these other penguins knew how to play his favourite game. Do you know what that game is? It's something called backgammon. Meanwhile, the penguin had found the right place and was hired on the spot. Soon he'd get to fly. But suddenly he realised he didn't know where his friend was, or how to get home. He's looking around. Later that night, the penguin couldn't help but miss his friend. Likewise, the boy could barely sleep for worrying about his friend. The next day, the boy tried to think of all the places the penguin would go, when something caught his eye. He didn't have much time. All new living cannonball tonight. The penguin's big moment had come, but somehow he wasn't so sure about flying anymore. He wished the boy were there and even wondered if his friend had noticed he'd gone. Definitely has, hasn't he? But it was too late for thoughts like that. Bam! He took off like a bullet.
I'd be scared because there's like fire coming out of your butt or
Exactly.
something.
Get a warm bottom. The boy rushed in, hoping he could still catch his friend. He's bought a ticket. The penguin couldn't believe how high and how fast he was flying, and he had no idea how he was going to land. He was terrified and wished his friend was there to help him.
Isn't the boy right at the bottom?
Yeah, all the way down there, and the penguin's all the way up there. So he's got a pillow. He's got, a little trampoline over. A net. That's not going to help him much, is it? The boy was there to catch him. The friends agreed that there was a reason why his wings didn't work very well. Because penguins don't like flying. So together, the two friends made a break for home.
Why is he on stilts?
Why is he that? To play their favourite game. Why is he on stilts?
Maybe because like he wants to be down and he wants to be up.
Yeah,
Like
I
up
think
and
I
down.
think it's to kind of make explanation why up and down.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice story. We love a bit of Oliver Jeffers. What are we doing? Wonky Donkey?
Yeah.
Wonky Donkey next? Right. The Wonky Donkey by Craig Smith, illustrations by Katz Cowley. This is funny. This is a funny story. So you're gonna do that. Yeah. I was walking down the road and I saw a donkey, and he only had 3 legs. He was a wonky donkey. I was walking down the road and I saw a donkey. He only had 3 legs and 1 eye. He was a winky wonky donkey.
Well, scary because
That is a bit
bird
scary
is
because
like,
of that. Yeah,
April.
there's some grim pictures in this. I was walking down the road and I saw a donkey. He only had 3 legs, 1 eye, and he liked to listen to country music. He was a honky tonky winky wonky donkey. Yee-haw! I was walking down the road and I saw a donkey. He only had 3 legs, 1 eye, he liked to listen to country music, and he was quite tall and slim. He was a lanky honky tonky winky wonky donkey.
This is a really hard story too.
I was walking down the road and I saw a donkey. He only had 3 legs, 1 eye, he liked to listen to country music, he was quite tall and slim, and he smelled really, really bad.
He's doing far on that picture.
He was a stinky dinky, lanky, honky tonky, winky wonky donkey. Look at that, that's very rude, that picture, isn't it? I was walking down the road and I saw a donkey. He only had 3 legs, 1 eye. He liked to listen to country music. He was quite tall and slim. He smelt really, really bad. And that morning he'd got up early and hadn't had any coffee. He was a cranky, stinky dinky, lanky, honky tonky, winky wonky donkey. I was walking down the road and I saw a donkey. He only had 3 legs, 1 eye. He liked to listen to country music. He was quite tall and slim. He smelt really, really bad. That morning he'd got up early and hadn't had any coffee. And he was always getting up to mischief. He was a hanky-panky, cranky, stinky, dinky, lanky, honky, tonky, winky, wonky donkey. I was walking down the road and I saw a donkey. He only had 3 legs and 1 eye. He liked to listen to country music. He was quite tall and slim. He smelt really, really bad. That morning he got up early and hadn't had any coffee. He was always getting up to mischief, but he was quite good looking. He was a spunky, hanky-panky, cranky, stinky-dinky, lanky, honky-tonky, winky, wonky donkey. There you Bond. That's supposed to be like really bad. I was walking down the road and I saw a donkey. What does it say? He's all this time. That's funny. He needs to get his teeth cleaned. He needs to get his teeth cleaned. Right, a quick slip of Pepsi.
It's really hot
Okay,
here.
it is hot. Right, final one. Quick Quack Quentin. Not easy to say, and as from what I can remember, not an easy book to read. But very funny. Quentin was a duck with a very quick quack. Quack! And again, said the doctor. Quack! Said the doctor. What's wrong with me? Quacked Quentin. It's simple, said the doctor. Your quack has lost its ah.
I don't know really how that works because, like, does he like swallow a nail? Or something
Well, I don't know.
to make it?
I don't know. That's why I'm not a doctor. Is there anything you can give me for it? Cooked Quentin. I'm afraid not, said the doctor. As a doctor, the only things I can give you are a duh, an o, a cur, a tur, another o, or an r. I see, said Quentin. So you can either go to the doctor's with 1 waddle or the farm for 100 waddles. Quentin left the doctor's and went to the farm to ask for an ah. Hello, Quentin, said to a group of animals who were gathered by the fence. I was wondering if I might be able to have the ah from your farm. What do you need an ah for? Asked the farm animals. Cook, explained Quentin. Well, we're sorry, Quentin, they said. We'd like to help you, but if you have the ah from our farm, it won't be farm anymore. It'll be from. We don't think the farmer would want to be a from. I understand, sighed Quentin. I'll give you my ah if you like, woofed the dog. Really, said Quentin. No problem at all, the dog replied. Quentin took the ah from the dug and tried it out. Quack. You do sound a bit better, said the dug, but you don't really sound like a duck. You can try my eh if you wish, clucked the hen. Quentin took the eh from the and tried that out. Quack. You still don't really sound like a duck, said the Try my ear, oinked the pig. Quick. Try my bellowed the bull. Quack. But it was no good. Sorry, Quentin, said the farm animals. Nothing we can give you helps you sound like a duck. So you can go back to the farm with 1 waddle or the zoo with 174 waddles. Quentin sighed, thanked the farm animals and went to the zoo. Quack, said Quentin, standing outside the zoo, the Z gates, and trying out both the O's. But quack sounded as odd as quack, quack, quick and quack. Quentin went to find some animals with as. All the zoo animals with as were very sympathetic, but there was one big problem. The apes didn't want to be Pez. The snakes didn't want to be Snooks. The camels didn't want to be Kms. The parrots didn't want to be Prunts. And the pandas didn't want to be Pluntas or even Pans. It's hopeless, quacked Quentin, waddling glumly back towards the zoo gates. I'm a duck with a quick quack, and there's nothing anyone can do about it. I can do something about it, said a voice. You can have one of my ahs if you like. I've got 3. Quentin looked up at the strangest looking animal he'd ever seen. What kind of animal are you? Quacked Quentin. I'm an aardvark, said the strange looking animal. I've got more ahs than I need. Help yourself. He has, hasn't he? Loads of ahs going on. Quentin took the first ah from the aardvark and excitedly tried it out. Quack! I could do that as a Donald Duck. Right? It works, Quentin cried. Quentin gave the first ah back and swapped it for the second ah. Quack! That ah works too, shouted Quentin. Works for me as well, smiled the aardvark. Take your pick, Quentin. I'm cured, whooped Quentin. Listen to my wonderful quack. Don't be greedy now, laughed the... He's taken all the ahs. All the ahs, and he can't say aardvark anymore. He's going to say... There. That was Quick Quack Quentin by Kes Gray and Jim Field. And that completes are Easter stories. So it's Monday tomorrow, isn't it? Easter Monday. We're all losing track of the days. So Monday tomorrow, so it'll be back, I guess, to the Enchanted Wood, unless we do another special
What
episode.
chapter are you on?
We're on chapter 14, I think. I think it's 14.
It's called The Funny Saucer Man or something like that.
Oh, something like that. Yeah. No, they've gone up into the
old
land of
funny
the land of the
Saucepan
old Saucepan Man or something like that. So have a wonderful Easter. If you've got an Easter egg, get scoffing. I've got a white chocolate one. Oh, I've got a banana flavour white chocolate one. What have you got? You've got a Lindt egg, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got like just like a milk chocolate one with like just like loads of like different flavour like mini chocolates.
Oh yeah. Oh, and you've got what do you call it? A big Kinder egg.
Yeah.
It's got a troll in it. So have a wonderful Easter. Be kind to everybody. And we'll see you again tomorrow for the Enchanted Wood. Okay, bye-bye.